The two biggest things that I think are so important are that we listen to the children, whether they're in kindergarten or 12th grade, and that we watch and notice if there's any changes. Because sometimes after events like this, it's very traumatic and everybody processes it differently. I think that some people will feel fear and their attitude or behaviors might change. For example, in a high school, we might see someone acting out a little more, and I think rather than coming down on that behavior, we need to remember and understand that that's probably because of their fears, and that's how they're dealing with that. I think at a younger level, we might see kids feeling, like maybe having overwhelming feelings of sadness or weeping, and we might see that at home as well. When a student comes home from school, they might just burst into tears, and I think that it's really important for parents to remember that that's very normal and that they're keeping it together at school, but that they probably are hearing things from others, and they're trying to process it. So we just always have to spend time with them and take the time to really listen. I think that kids could show a change in behaviors. They might not, that might be a loss of appetite, or it might be having trouble sleeping, or again, like an emotional change, a withdrawal even, or I think I mentioned maybe acting out. And I think it's just important to remember that that's them trying to process all of this, and to try to remember to bring it back to asking how they're feeling and checking in with them. And if they're trying to push you away, if they're an adolescent, for example, and they just want to be alone, give them that time to be alone, but continue to check in with them. I think a lot of parents are probably having a lot of fear and worry, and so because out of their own fear, they're not really sure what to say, and they don't want to say the wrong thing, which is why, again, it's really important to listen first and just see what your children bring to you. They might just need a hug, they might not just need a kiss, they might not need to talk about it at all. Some children are probably going to not have a lot of questions because they're processing it and not understanding it, and that's okay too. Just always be there and be ready, and it's going to be probably over the next couple of weeks. This isn't something that's just going to go away in the next few days. Another really important thing for all levels is I know we have 24-hour news, we have all of this computer, that we can get all of the information that we want when we're looking for it. It's very, very important to limit what your children are watching, whether it's YouTube videos or Facebook or the news, because I think there's a lot that can cause a lot of heightened fear that's very unnecessary. I think children need to be hearing stuff from their families and the ones they trust, and that's the best way to get the information. I know that all of the schools have talked to their faculty and are supporting their faculty, which is a really important thing not to forget right now, is that, a principal and some teachers were also suffered through this and killed. So I think it's really important that the principals are very supportive to their faculty right now. The schools have excellent safety plans, and I know that today in all of the schools, the principals are going over those safety plans with all of the faculty and reminding them to talk to their students about what the protocols are and the procedures are. So every school in Portland Public Schools has one social worker or more in their buildings on site, and the social workers are available every day, all day, to assist with any teachers and students that might be having difficulty during the course of the day. We have no idea what might trigger someone to suddenly be thinking about it or have overwhelming feelings, and we are available and have let everybody know if they need it to just come find us, and we'll be there available to help them. I think a lot of people want to try to find something to do to help and feel useful in times of tragedy. I think it's really great if they want to, like say in an elementary school, maybe send cards, like maybe they could make cards as a group in an elementary school, or, paper mache flowers or something where they feel like they're actually doing something to give to those that are struggling in Newtown. I think that's an excellent idea. I think at the high school level, there's some great poetry classes if, as a group, they wanted to even produce a poem, something that makes them feel like they're able to not only get out their own emotions about it, but also be helpful to other people. We're currently, it's the holiday season, and so there's a lot going on with holidays, and we're doing a lot to meet basic needs, providing food to families that don't have food, and helping, with coats for the winter. So this is another thing that sometimes it's just helpful to be able to feel like you're doing something.